Heyo, and happy Monday, everybody. Where's my buttons? Here we go. Greetings, friends, and welcome back to another episode of DreamWizard Plays number 671. The Somnium Files from 2019, Part 6. How y'all doing out there? Would you kindly like, share, and subscribe? Tell your friends to jump into the chat right now on Rumble and YouTube. Leave a like and a comment. On the X platform, I'll stop by later and say hello. This episode brought to you in part by Dreamscapes, episode 201, Sleep on It. Just dropped this past weekend, and I'll be shilling that every day this week. Yona's in the chat, says, hi, Ben. Hi, Yona. Welcome, welcome. Of course, full videos on YouTube and Rumble, audio-only MP3 at BenjaminTheDreamWizard.com. This episode also brought to you in part by ABC Book 18, Oneirochronologia, Volume 4, Prima Reliquorum. Are you proud of me, Yona? I got my next book out. I finally did. Hey, I got it out before the end of the year. That was faster than I expected, so we'll see if I can pop out another one before the end of... probably not. I don't think I'm going to make that promise. I'll try and do at least one a year from now on. That's probably... that's probably more realistic. Yona says, are you having a good Monday? I am. This Monday has been just fine. I got a new dream interview done today. I totally misunderstood the timing, and I cut us off a half an hour early. Just not realizing that she had 90 minutes, and I cut us off at an hour thinking she only had 1 hour. So, you know, it is what it is. But we still got a decent chat. Yona says, I'll be buying it for my birthday. All right. I think you'll find it very interesting. There are three books in one, basically. Three completely separate works. The first one from the 1853 called On the Muhammadan Interpretation of Dreams. It's called Tabir. I can't remember what the title is. Anyway, you think I should know. The second one by Isidore Coriat, who is cited in other works. It's his work, The Meaning of Dreams, I think. I can't read it up there. Yeah, Meaning of Dreams. Which is why one of my previous books had to be titled Dreams and Their Meanings, so that it was not to be confused with that one. And the final one is a work that kind of reads more like a research paper in some ways, but it's a very data-driven analysis of children's dreams and how they vary at different ages and compared to adults. Very fascinating works. Those last two from 1910, 1920, somewhere around there. Anyway, all this and more at BenjaminTheDreamWizard.com. Click on the books tab, scroll down, follow the Amazon link, and you're good to go. You also want to head on over to BenjaminTheDreamWizard.locals.com. It's attached to my Rumble account, free to join. That's where you can get this right here. The custom cocktail recipe for the DreamWizard's Portland Ghetto Cooler. And it doesn't get more ghetto than Portland, let me tell you. Maybe it does. I don't know. That's insulting to people who live in Chicago, I'd imagine. And other cities that are a little more deadly on a given weekend. If you have a beverage of your own ready to hand, you would like to raise a glass along with me, please do so now as we recite the toast. Here we go. Ein Prosit der Gemütlichkeit. Nostrovia. Kanpai. Salud. Cheers to you. And here's mud in your eye. Yona says, Empress's birthday was yesterday. She turned 6 years old. Aw, it was very nice. I think Bubba's coming up on 2. I think we got him in the fall. No, is he only a year old? I don't even remember. Never mind, scratch that. He might be barely over a year old. Something like that. Yona says, how wizard of you. The book titles that sound the same but are nothing alike. Yes, indeed. Yona says, ghetto. Ghetto encompasses more than violence, so Portland may be more ghetto in other ways. It's pretty ghetto. It's pretty trashy around here. I'll tell you what. Ever since Trump said there are cities around the world that are shitholes, it has been my mantra. Portland is a shithole. I don't reserve that for cities in other nations. Our own has plenty. It'd be nice if they did something about it. We'll see if that... they've been threatening to come to Portland. We'll see what happens. All right. Get that stuff off the screen and let's get into the game. When last we left our intrepid adventurers, what were they doing? 1852 on 9/3/95. 9/5, yeah, at 1852. Let's go. We're going to the warehouse. Yona says, Bub is so big for being 1 year old. Lots of love. We'll do that. Nice. Let's fluff and go. Wonder where our other folks are. We used to have more people. Maybe they'll stop in. Maybe they got things to do. It's okay. I'm always curious, never insistent. Kind of weird underwater bubbly sound. I stepped into the cold storage warehouse. The air conditioning wasn't running, but it was still cold. The temperature hadn't raised much at all. The cold air sunk into my skin. But the center of my body was burning hot. Okay, well, let's talk to Kagami, right? We said his name enough that now I remember it. Any clues, Inspector?
No, nothing so far.
The inspector is doing his duties, as usual. How much more can I look around? A little bit. I always forget you can do that. You can look around. Let's look here. We got a cardboard box on the floor. We sure do. There's nothing in it. Okay, good to know. How about this box on the shelf? A wooden box is on the shelf. Tell me there's nothing in it. It's empty. There we go. All right. Shelves. We got shelves.
There are only a few items on the shelf.
Is this warehouse not in use?
Iba really needed to be the one to deliver that message to me. Oh, there's an overhead crane. That must have been useful. A hook is hanging from the ceiling crane. Okay. Okay. Let's reorient the camera here. Iris and Ota were sliced in two by this ice cutting machine. They sure were. Iris and Ota.
Iris's estimated time of death and cause of death have been confirmed. The video was not a recording. It was a live stream, filmed in real time.
Which means Iris's time of death is 3:20 a.m.
Wow, I'd say Ota would feel guilty, but he did. You know, don't feel much of anything. We got more than one forklift. A forklift. This is forklift B. I don't see anything special about it. How about the other one?
This forklift is old. It does not appear to be functional. It has not been moved in some time.
All right, so if any forklift was used, it would have been the second one over there.
A video camera and laptop. This is what the criminal used to stream.
Damn it.
All of these items have been bought from pawn shops and thrift stores. It would be difficult to determine a suspect from them.
A police officer, you don't say. Any progress on the investigation?
I checked this place point by point, but didn't find nothing.
There's an oil drum on the floor. Unlikely to be a clue. So you say. Who's the detective here? Shelves packed with cardboard boxes. I don't see any clues here. Don't see any clues anywhere. The inspector is doing his duty. Oh, there's two more blood pools to examine. Okay. Bloodstain A. Iris and Ota's blood. Bloodstain B. Is this Ota's blood? Let's ask the inspector.
Iris also had her left eye removed.
Yeah.
And like Renju and Shoko, Iris's left eyeball has not been recovered.
Okay. Has anything turned... Oh, the equipment has more...
I have logged into the Wi-Fi in this warehouse. Okiura Fishery Co., Ltd. is listed as the owner. However, I found the password written directly on the router. Anyone who saw it could have used it. I have done some research. As the name suggests, the company is owned by the Okiuras, the same Okiuras we know. Renju's father created the company.
Another connection to Renju.
No, actually. Currently, Okiura Fishery has nothing to do with Renju. The company has been managed by office representatives for the past 17 years after Renju's father died. Renju holds no shares and is not involved in the management. In short, Renju did not inherit the company from his father, and it was instead given to other persons.
Why is that?
But it can't be a coincidence.
It certainly is suspicious.
It seems like, got all kinds of phlegm in my throat today. It seems likely that the killer chose this place because it is connected to Renju. Even if Renju had nothing to do with it, other than that connection of it being a place that was once owned by his family. A video camera and laptop used for the stream. Yes, it is. Has anything turned green? Oh, the forklift is green. Why is the forklift green? A forklift. Okay. The tire and floor are covered with a layer of ice. Okay, interesting, interesting. Oh, workbench. Why do I keep finding new things that I... Okay, workbench.
Right here. Iris and Ota were...
Chopped in half. Say it.
I am sure you are already aware of Ota's time of death.
Just before I arrived. About 3:30 in the morning.
And the cause of death.
Right, about that. Ota had a stab wound from a kitchen knife in his side.
Correct.
What was the exact cause of death? Was it the knife wound, or...
I cannot determine that. I can conclude that the knife wound was at least close to being fatal. Even if Ota was still alive on the workbench, he was certainly on the verge of death.
And hopefully unconscious.
If he weren't already extremely weak, we would expect to see more signs of struggle.
Stabbed him and then put him in the suit, and then put him on the table. It's a whole thing. Maybe Ota was trying to help Iris, jumping at the criminal. Likely. That led to a scuffle, and Ota ended up with a knife wound in his side. He lost all his power to fight back. He was forcibly put inside the costume, then finally cut open by the ice-cutting machine.
But why? Why did the culprit put the costume on Ota?
Unknown.
Okay, we ran out the dialogue, finally.
Date, we should get moving. Officers from the local jurisdiction are checking the warehouse thoroughly. We will not find anything of importance here.
Yeah, you're right.
You can ask CSI to inform you if they find anything.
All right.
Why are some things still green? Iris and Ota's bodies are in autopsy. They're not here anymore. All right. Oh, wait. Back to the inspector. All right, then. I'm heading out. Let me know if you find anything. I let them know, then left the warehouse. Ooh, we got a cutscene. When I left the warehouse, I saw Pewter. He's suspicious. What is he doing here? He walked up to me while I was trying to work it out.
Date, I have to talk to you about something.
Oh shit, he's gonna spill
About
the
the
beans.
original Cyclops serial killings.
Let's go!
Why this all of a sudden?
Because I want you to solve this case, Mr. Date. I want you to find who did this and bring them to justice. So, if I can help you, even a little.
Why didn't you say anything at Abyss?
The boss was there. I couldn't speak openly in front of her. So, I decided to meet you here.
All right. Let's hear it.
Earlier, I told you that I was completely certain the original Cyclops killer couldn't have committed these crimes. I am absolutely certain the original Cyclops killer could not have committed these crimes. Let me explain why. I'll start by telling you the identity of the Cyclops killer.
It's you, Date.
Although, it's more accurate to say killers.
Killers.
More than one?
In the first series of killings, the culprit had an accomplice. One of them was born a murderous psychopath. The other is Rohan Kumakura, the previous chairman of the Kumakuras.
Oh shit. The old dude that threw himself off
They
the building.
each had a role to play. The murderer committed the homicide, and Rohan removed the eyeball.
Tell me more. Why did the case get classified?
That, I don't know.
Damn
The
it.
details of the original Cyclops serial killings case have become nebulous over time. Even the official investigation material contains nothing of value. I am unable to draw any conclusions from them.
You really have no idea?
If I did, I would tell you.
All right, tell me more about Rohan.
18 years ago, Rohan took a woman's eye. She was already dead. He put his finger into her eye socket and gouged it out. The reason why was simple. He was fascinated by women's eyes.
Creepy.
Their beauty stimulated his greed and his desire to possess them. He needed to have them, to make them his own. Driven by this instinctive impulse, he took the woman's eye. From then on, he acquired a grotesque obsession with the eyes of dead women. He was very particular about his need that the eye belonged to a deceased woman. But even being the head of a Yakuza gang, there weren't too many opportunities for him to indulge. His deepest, darkest desire went unfulfilled for years. However, he soon met his ideal partner, the aforementioned psychopath. The Cyclops killer would commit the murder, and Rohan would take the eye. Thus, a mutually beneficial relationship was established.
The first person that comes to my mind is that Congressman So dude we found at the Kumakura office. I don't know why. Or it could have been the boss dude we found there. Being his nephew, related to him anyway. Fun Little Animation says hello. Hello and welcome. We're learning about the original Cyclops killer.
This was the origin of the Cyclops serial killings. At about the same time, you were assigned to Abyss.
Who is the murderous psychopath?
He was born with a brain dysfunction. Due to damage to the posterior pituitary gland, he was unable to properly secrete oxytocin.
Oxytocin is a peptide hormone linked to feelings of love, affection, and trust. It is colloquially referred to as the love hormone. It causes a tranquilizing effect which improves mood and relieves stress. It is normally secreted when the body makes contact with an object of affection, such as an embrace or caress.
I'm sure you know what this implies, but he was unable to feel love in the way that we do. However, he was able to experience a substitute.
Fun little animation says, "Oh, bye-bye. Okay, bye. Thanks for stopping in."
His brain was wired in such a way that allowed him to feel satisfaction through other means. Due to the unique idiosyncrasies of his brain, he was able to release large amounts of dopamine and endorphins by performing a certain action.
What was it?
Murder.
Murder.
Dopamine is a hormone linked to the reward system of the brain. The pleasant feeling attained through accomplishment is dopamine. Endorphins are a kind of brain narcotic. They dull pain and create a feeling of happiness.
He got pleasure from killing people?
It's slightly more complicated than that.
But essentially,
Killing people
yes.
was the only way he could get pleasure. He was 12 when he took his first life. That enlightened him to the pleasure of murder, which he would do again and again.
All right. Give me the too long didn't read.
The original Cyclops killer had an accomplice.
There were 2 Cyclops killers.
And one of them was the former chairman of the Kumakuras, Rohan Kumakura.
Rohan committed suicide by jumping to his death 1 year ago.
Or did he?
That means... Pewter, tell me this. One of the original killers is dead, I know that. But that means one remains. Who is he?
After his 4th murder, he was arrested by the police. They actually picked him up on other charges. But, in any case, he is currently serving a life sentence in Fuchu prison.
Fuchu prison?
Yes.
What's his name?
In prison, he doesn't have a name. He is simply called Number 89.
That's the guy that
Number
reached out to
89.
us.
I know who killed Shogunadami.
So, now you know why I said that. That the original Cyclops killer couldn't have committed these crimes.
Well, why not? Why hide all this from Date? What's going on with that? Yeah, Yona says, "Fun little animations. You can't keep walking in and out of my life like this."
Because one is dead, and the other is behind bars. Neither of them had the opportunity.
Why would Boss hide this nonsense? Peter looks grimly serious. And now, our conversation is over. They want us to go to the map. There is water, barriers, police, boxes, containers, and a crate. Nothing I think I need to investigate here. Nothing really worth clicking on. Let's, oh boy. Let's go home for a minute. Now I do want to go home. What was it, Hot Lava 2 put that bug in my ear on Friday. Let's go to the Date residence. Let's make sure Mizuki is okay. That's her name, right? Mizuki. Date residence, Monday. There she is. Mizuki is curled up on the sofa. She looked like a small animal frightened by a predator. Mizuki, about Ota. About Iris. About the fishery cold storage warehouse. She don't want to talk about nothing.
Mizuki must know about Iris and Ota.
Of course. The news was distributed heavily across the internet.
That's crazy.
Not just in Japan, but worldwide. 3 days ago, Mizuki discovered her mother's body. 2 days ago, her father's.
And now we're best
This
friends.
morning, 2 of her best friends. It is completely understandable that she is at her mental limit.
Can I be left alone for a while?
Are you okay?
No, she's not
Yeah.
okay. She certainly doesn't seem so. But I can't stay by her side forever.
Aiba, contact Abyss. See if they can get Mizuki a good counselor.
Understood.
I stayed with her for a little while, but we didn't speak. Having nothing more to say, I left. Well, I mean, well, really, what else is there to say here? Adorabit. It's Adorabit, a stuffed rabbit. I gave it to Mizuki on her birthday. Anything else of any interest in here? I'm not clicking on tables and chairs. Screw that nonsense. Clothes. An iron pipe. What's that? Mizuki's favorite metal pipe. Okay, that's kind of interesting. What else is that? That's her school bag. A backpack, yes. Kitchen door. Let's leave. I guess we go to the Matsushita Diner. I mean, they've probably already informed the parents. Oh, she's probably a mess. Poor mama. Why would they go to all the trouble to show us that Ota gave his mother a knife? And then how he died involved getting stabbed with a kitchen knife in his side. I don't see the connection. Is it a red herring? Is it meant like to throw us off? Matsushita Diner, Monday. The place was silent. It was so quiet I felt like I could hear the floating dust. I stepped inside. I thought it was empty, but I saw a shadow in the corner of my eye. Oh, it's his mom, and she's a wreck. Yep. It was Mayumi. It was like watching a decaying old tree cling pathetically to the earth. Mayumi, I'm sorry to interrupt. About Ota, she got nothing to say. Do you want to talk about it?
This is your fault. I heard from the police. Because you didn't take care of Iris, my boy Ota got involved.
Date, I looked into the investigation report. Mayumi confirmed Ota's body early this morning.
Oof.
I see.
I'm sorry. I want to be alone right now.
Yona says he didn't have to describe her like that. I mean, it wasn't nice, but it wasn't wrong.
Did you not hear me? I said leave!
That's a whole lot of get the fuck out.
Date, let's go. She is in no state to talk.
I wonder if there's an ending
Yeah,
to this game where
you're right.
we don't lose Iris and Ota, and I just fucked it up somehow. Or was this always supposed to happen? All right, we're going to go to the Sagan residence, but first we're going to go back to Marble, see if we can get anything else out of Mama. Marble, Monday. Doink, doink.
Are you okay, honey?
Huh?
About last night. Well, at 3 in the morning, anyway.
You know about it?
It's on every channel. You have the face of a ghost. Do you want a glass?
I don't need a drink. I need information. Do you have anything?
Well, let's see. I do have... I suppose you could call it intuition.
Tell me.
All right, what's your intuition?
The Kumakuras are involved in this case. Remember what I told you before? That there's a relationship between Ren and the Kumakuras? Shoko also has a relationship with them. You know about her dealings with the Kumakuras, right?
Yep.
So basically, 2 of the victims are linked to the Kumakuras. That must mean they're involved somehow, right?
Not 2, 3.
3? Iris?
No, not that one. The boy.
Really?
He came here last night?
Ota?
Yes, from Matsushita Diner. He's linked to the Kumakuras as well.
Well, how is Ota related to the Kumakuras?
Have you heard the rumors?
Mama told me a similar story to Aiba's. About So Sajima and the Kabasaki district. The basic idea is this. 8 years ago, So sold his land in the Kabasaki district for 30 billion yen. Half a year later, an explosion at the chemical plant caused the land prices to drop drastically. So bought back the land for 1 billion yen. Almost like he knew beforehand that the accident would happen. That was what I was thinking. Did So blow it up or conspire to blow it up? No, that wouldn't make sense. So wouldn't gain anything from that. Oh, well, he might. We're just going to rule that out. He would end up with 29 billion in cash and 1 billion in land. It's a net zero. But there's more to the story. About So and the Kabasaki district.
The Kumakuras own a handful of real estate companies. They of course look legit, but they're Yakuza fronts. I'll call those real estate companies the KE to keep it simple for you. The KE followed in So's footsteps. They bought up land in Kabasaki.
Tell me more.
Now, back to So. Have you heard of the plans for the casino in Kabasaki?
No.
So was the one who came up with it.
I was born and raised in Kabasaki. I remember the landscape of my childhood, and I loved it dearly. But look at Kabasaki now. When I see images of the destruction on television, my heart aches like it's being chopped to pieces. But I promise you, I will revive the Kabasaki district at any cost. Casino Town Kabasaki will give new life to the city.
After that, So moved fast. He submitted the bills he needed to the National Assembly after drumming up support in the right places. The bills passed, and it became an official government initiative.
Decontamination efforts therefore increased at a rapid pace in the Kabasaki district. At the moment, the area is still considered off-limits. However, the air in Kabasaki is currently purified to such an extent that it has no negative effect on the human body.
If the plan goes smoothly, land prices in Kabasaki are going to skyrocket. And all that land is owned by the KE. And by So himself. The land he bought back for 1 billion will be worth 10 times that soon.
He's involved in some shady business.
Tell me more.
This is just another rumor, but The chemical plant exploding was no accident. It was done intentionally.
By So and the Kumakuras, you mean?
But there's no hard evidence of that. It's just gossip.
I believe it.
What were we talking about again?
Ota and the Kumakuras.
Oh, right.
Yeah, what's his connection?
You know how Matsushita Diner is close to the Kabasaki district?
Uh-huh.
The chemical plant explosion made times hard. Foot traffic went down, sales declined. No wonder it closed down. Ota must hold a grudge. Someone caused that explosion. And if it was intentional, he'd hate them even more. That's how I link Ota to the Kumakuras.
Okay, we got a little bit more of the story. We're gonna say goodbye.
Thank you, Mama. I don't know if what you told me will lead to anything, but...
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to waste your time.
No, it was very helpful.
I'm glad I can help, even if it's just a little.
Well then, be seeing you.
Come back anytime.
Yona says, interesting information. Yes it is. That's what we're here for. We're here for the story. And finally, to the Sagan residence. All on the same day. We're getting around. Ma'am. A little phlegmy tickle. Sagan residence. Monday. Doink doink. Oh, that's right. I forgot this was her house. When I visited, I found Hitomi with a hollow look in her eyes. She let me in and asked me to sit on the sofa. I agreed and sat down. Yona asks, so did Kumakura kill Ryu because of the feud? I don't know. Yeah, I'm not even sure how to conceptualize that question. Date's monologue continues, but after that, I couldn't say a single word. The heavy silence weighed on both of us. About Iris.
Iris was my everything. We always went everywhere together. Whether it was buying clothes, or going to the movies, or taking a walk, or going shopping at the supermarket. When she was young, she would just hold one of my fingers. Her hand was too small to hold mine. Then it was 2, then 3, and finally she could hold my hand. But eventually, she left my hands altogether. She started crossing her arms, being independent, even though she needed constant attention growing up.
Damn. Well, obviously she wants to talk about her. Let's hear some more.
Her memories are a part of this room. And always will be. When she was a baby, she fell off that sofa and cried and cried. One day she tore up her picture book all over the floor here. Another time she drew with crayons all over the window. She painted my portrait on Mother's Day. Scratches on the floor, chipped plates, burn marks on the table, stains on the cushions. Everything you see. It all holds a memory of her. But why?
All right, how about Ota?
Ota was one of my students. I taught him in elementary school. I heard it from the police. Ota tried to help Iris and ended up... I don't know what to say. I have no words.
Can you think of any information?
Hitomi, my entire focus is on this case. Is there anything at all you can tell me?
I don't know if this is important, but...
No, please, tell me.
I may have told you this already. I met Renju's wife Shoko twice before. The first time at the wedding, the second time a month ago. That second time was in the waiting room of the prison.
Prison?
Prison.
There's an acquaintance of mine from when we were younger.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. We're about to hear that Hitomi knows prisoner number 89, the original Cyclops killer. And why does Shoko know him? Yona says, at least she isn't blaming you. Oh, I know. God, that's horrible. Even if it's not true, it's just awful to hear someone say it and know they believe it. Ugh.
I visit them a few times a year. And by coincidence, I saw Shoko. I don't think she noticed me, but I recognized her as Renju's wife right away. She was there for the same reason I was, to visit one of the inmates.
Do you know who?
No, I don't. We didn't talk.
Which prison?
Fuchu Prison, in Tokyo.
Fuchu.
Prison?
Tell me the story. Let's go.
I'm sorry to have bothered you. I'll be going now.
We need to go to Fuchu Prison. Are they going to give us that option? We got to go talk to this guy.
Know what to do. Thinking about her. Dante, please, you have to catch them. Please. Please.
You're goddamn right I will.
I will. Trust me.
Looks like we're not going to the prison, we're going to Abyss headquarters. Police headquarters, Monday, 4:57 p.m. Yona says, now I see why everybody skipped today. What does that mean? In their description of reviews of the game, like to avoid spoilers? Oh, or why nobody showed up for the stream? It's becoming they don't want to hear all the sadness and the crying. I forgot we ended on a huge cliffhanger last time. I'm like, dun dun dun, they're dead, and then we're going to the thing. It was a shocking moment. Now we're just dwelling in the aftermath. Yeah, Yona says no, they skipped on the stream. Yep. Now it's the excitement is over. The shock has worn off, and now it's just grief. Oh, it's awful. I returned to boss's office to report. But I didn't see her anywhere. Oh.
Where did she go?
Well, she isn't always here, correct?
True.
I sat down in my usual seat and decided to wait for boss. Hot Lava Tube says, she's right behind you! Probably. Or she'll show up suddenly when we're lost in thought, as if appearing by magic. Hello and welcome, also.
What are you doing?
I thought it would be easier to talk like this.
What do we have to talk about?
A summary of the investigation, perhaps?
What summary? We don't have anything new.
That's not true.
Huh?
I was curious, so I did some research.
Let's go, Iba.
About number 89.
Tell me the story. Let's go. Can I put her on the desk? Almost. Well, how close can I get? Yeah. It's good enough. Right there. All right. Hot Lava Tube said, oh, is just exchanging pleasantries. Okay. What do we got here? Who is number 89?
As you know, he is an assassin with multiple confirmed kills. He is currently serving a sentence at Fuchu Prison.
They call serial
He
killers
was in prison
assassins?
6 years ago.
That's what Pewter told us.
After his fourth murder, he was arrested by the police.
What is number 89's real name?
Unknown.
You don't know?
Oh no! Is it doing the choppy audio thing again? Son of a bitch. Oh, it's been so long. Damn it. I don't know. This sucks. It's the game. It's not me, right? My mic is fine, but the game audio's choppy. I wonder, let me try this. This is either going to work or it's going to kill the stream. If it kills the stream, maybe we'll just come back tomorrow. I don't know if I have the energy for dealing with fucking technical difficulties. Let me try this. Like I said, we're about to find out what happens here. Oh, the game audio just cut out in my ears. And it's not broadcasting. Okay, hold on. We're trying something here. We're going to utilities. We're going to automatically check for updates. Is it updated? Okay. It is capturing nothing. Yeah, it's got some kind of a countdown timer going, but it's... What is that? Okay. Audio, video. Let me close that. Let's see if it comes back. I was going to read out Hot Lava Tube's joke. Number 89 is broccoli chicken, which is delicious, of course. How do I get it to reconnect? What I've had to do is just restart the machine in the past. Yeah, disconnected it completely. I mean, we could try rebooting and I can try to restart the stream. Let's see. Hot Lava Tube shakes against the bars. Anarchy, anarchy. Shoebody doo. Shoebody bop. Yes, indeed. If you haven't seen that video, look it up. The shoebody bop. Shoebody bop, shoebody bop, shoebody bop, shoebody bop. Okay. But the game's not coming back to the capture. How do I fix that without rebooting? Is there any way? Wish there was like a refresh button you could do. Lava Tube says, and this Chateau Leblanc 68 is supposed to be served slightly chilled. Can you guess that quote source? I can't. It doesn't sound familiar at all, actually. How about this quote? I scream because I was also drinking the port. Mon Dieu. Yeah, I don't think there's any way out of this but rebooting, and we're just going to see what happens. I'll give you a hint. Leslie. The first Leslie comes to my mind is Leslie Nielsen. Is that a quote from Airplane? That's also the first movie that came to my mind. And it could have been, if I'm on the right track, it could also have been Police Story. Isn't that what they call it? Or Naked Gun, the Naked Gun series. All right. It's not fixing itself. So Naked Gun 33 1/3. Okay. I do not have those movies memorized. I believe I've seen each one of them just like once. I remember the full body condom scene. That was pretty funny. All right, let's see what happens here. We're going for a reboot. Hopefully it will be quick and the stream will be interrupted for 15, 20 seconds if I'm lucky. Let's see what happens. Here we go.